Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, how pleased were you with your group's ability to weather the storm, fight through it, and get the win tonight?
Oh, I mean, obviously, that was a terrific win. And I mean, Aaron Gordon was just, I mean, great. And Evan also was terrific. But I just like our approach. We put a lot into it. We're on a back-to-back. They're obviously a great team. And like you said, they went 11-0 to start the fourth. And guys hung in there. We made a bunch of plays and hung on.
Go ahead, Dan.
Cliff, you touched on Aaron. Just how impressive is that, considering he's had limited practice time, playing the backup point guard role. And I think you mentioned the other day a limited menu perhaps to choose from.
Yeah, no, luckily, I mean, he had some ideas tonight because, he's been here, he thinks the game, and he has good ideas. So we were able to run more and more stuff as the game went on. But I mean, he made the biggest shot, the off the double high there to his right hand, the pull up after they had hit a three. I think to cut it to 6 with maybe I'm going to say right around the 3-minute mark. And to me, that was the biggest shot of the game.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
You've talked throughout the course of the last few weeks about the team's approach and how you feel like the team is doing the right things, just not able to come out on the right side. How much was there a determination to make sure that they came out on the right side tonight, and how much was it to just see it all come together like this?
Yeah, no, and listen, they deserve it. I mean, it was a happy locker room, and now the question is, do we exhale, after having a really good win, or do we, go to Boston and try to build on it? It's because it's the same thing. It starts with having the right attitude, but you have to play well. And tonight, what we did was our offensive energy was really good. And, we made a bunch of shots. But as Mike D'Antoni always used to say, that works together. When you have energy, you shoot the ball better. When you lack energy, you don't. And so hopefully that was a part of it. And then hopefully Sunday we can go and build on this.
Paul Casanova, EDF Sports.
Hi, Coach. How important was it after losing a few close games to actually come in and get the win in the fourth quarter when the Nets started to make a run?
Oh, I think it'll be great for our confidence. Like I said, I mean, we made a bunch of plays by a bunch of different guys, and it's NBA games. I think the average last year was like 5.8 or something like 6.2 per game. And I bet it's a little bit more than that this year. But for sure. It can only help our confidence.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
We saw at the end of last night's game how frustrated Evan looked, especially with that final play. What would you say was his mindset coming into tonight's game? How important was it for him to bounce back from having a good game, but struggling at the end of that game to having the game that he had tonight?
No, I think, again, very determined. I mean, he's always ready to play, and he's a very, very good competitor. And he's an experienced guy, so he understands, that like last night, we didn't lose the game because of that one play, there were other things that we did that prevented us from winning, and he understands that. But I mean, he's a reliable, dependable competitor, and back to back, home late. But you can count on him being rested and giving his best.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, does a result like this, where yes, you still have significant injuries, but you had obviously Vooch, Fournier, Gordon, make you wonder what this team could have accomplished to this point if you didn't have this bizarre avalanche of injuries?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think that we could have been the surprise team in the East, personally. I mean, if you look at where we were ranked, where people had us ranked, right, I think the highest I saw was like 8th, anywhere 9th, 10th, 11th. And, we did get off to a 6-2 start, until Markelle went down. And then from there, rarely have we had our guys. But the bigger point to me now is, again, what can we become? And we've had more than our share of bad luck. And hopefully this will give us a little confidence and boost. And, and, we can play more consistently. That's what we should be aiming for.
Aaron Goldstone, Orlando Pinstripe Post.
Coach, you've joked with us before against Brooklyn that it's hard to double team, all of them. Obviously, Kevin didn't play tonight, but how would you assess how your team defended and attacked James Harden?
I would say that if you're him, he's going to say, I missed a bunch of shots I normally make, because he's such a great shot maker. But I thought that, again, I thought we did a decent, a pretty good job on him. Look, it's a team thing. You're not going to be able to guard him with one guy. Obviously, him getting into foul trouble was part of it. He probably didn't get into the normal rhythm that he normally does. But no, I mean, without watching the film, I thought our guys did a solid job on him.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
We've come to expect, obviously, like all-star level performances from Vooch, but maybe the last 2 games, his shooting efficiency hasn't been there. How important has it been to see, obviously Evan and Aaron back in the lineup, but how important has it been to see other guys kind of step up and support him on scoring and adding some push to the offense?
Yeah, I mean, every team needs balance, and he's been unbelievable. And then tonight, again, 14 rebounds, 8 assists for Vooch. He made the big shot, when they had cut it to, I believe, 5. And then he had the post up on the other side of the floor, and he had the post up where he drew the foul and made the 2 free throws. So he made a lot of big plays. But yeah, I mean, we need everybody. We need everybody.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Coach.